mungkin saya ngomongnya agak campur aduk ya, bahasa Inggris, bahasa Indonesia. So today I'll be talking about the mechanics of a business presentation, simply starting from how to prepare, how to present, and also give you some tips and tricks on how you can improve your business presentation. Yeah. So a little bit about myself. I've been working in various sectors, international representative for a national defense company. Before I was a hotel manager. I underwent some entrepreneurship activities from the English speaking side. Former EF teacher, that's English first for a few years, and then volunteering teaching. Worked in multinational environments, and I've lived 16 years abroad with formal education in English. Okay, so first of all, I want to differentiate business presentation versus casual presentation, because not many people know the difference. So I want to be very clear and very specific that there's two main differences of a business presentation versus a regular presentation. So the first difference is the types of audience you're presenting to, yeah? So business presentation, you're preparing your presentation for a much more professional audience, a much more business-minded audience, whereas a casual presentation, you're looking at regular audience. Okay, and the second most critical difference is the orientation of the audience, yeah? So what they want to get out of your presentation. Business presentation, they're more decision-oriented. This means that what they want to get out of your presentation, they're going to evaluate your presentation, they're going to evaluate the data that you're presenting, the way you speak, your body language, and based on that evaluation, they're going to have a decision, yeah? So whatever that may be, because you can have a presentation about a marketing research or a marketing tactic or a financial tactic, and the audiences are going to decide based on the evaluation of your presentation. Whereas the casual presentation, it's a more learning-based orientation. So the audiences are looking to get some knowledge out of your presentation. Okay, that's the key difference. Third one, business presentation is more data-based focused. So when you're using data in business presentation, you can use numerical data, you can use qualitative data, you know, but usually you use business matrix, yeah, when you're presenting your data. So business matrix include maybe a SWOT analysis, you can use KPIs, you can use financial statements, you know, these are business matrix. But in casual presentation, you can, of course, you can put in facts, but you don't need to use your business matrix. Lastly, very simple, business English is used for business presentations. Casual presentation, you can use your regular English language. Okay, so first of all, basics of presentation. Yang pertama-tama adalah identify what kind of presentation you want to present. Okay, this is very important. Of course, in a business environment, you have also different divisions of business. You have your marketing division, you have your finance division, you have your management. So identify what kind of audience you're going to be presenting to, yeah? Because your slides, your structure of the presentation is going to revolve around your audience, the type of audience, okay? Second, a presentation should be a balance of information, data, and engagement. So it's not good to have one more than the other, ya. Kalau misalnya kebanyakan data, ya mungkin orang ngelihat bisa jadi boring gitu ya. If you have a lot of information too, and also everything needs a balance, yeah. Information, data, and engagement. I've read a research where presentation, the slides are only 10%. Sisanya adalah body language and how you communicate. So please remember that everything should be a balance. Not too much data, and also have a sufficient engagement with the audience. Lastly, keep it simple, concise, and informative, yeah? So don't write paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs on your slides. Just keep it simple, keep your points short and simple and specific. And then from then on, you can just explain what you mean and expand your points. So yeah, please keep that in mind. Okay. So second, structuring the presentation. When you're structuring your slides, please keep in mind that there's three components, okay? You have your introduction, and then you have your data and the details, and then you have your conclusion. So just picture a hamburger. Introduction is the top bun, data and details are the meat, and conclusion is the bottom bun, yeah? So first of all, the introduction. If you can, please introduce a problem, introduce an argument for your topic in the introduction, because if you put an argument in your introduction, it's gonna make your slides, it's gonna make your presentation much more interesting for the audience, yeah? So if the audience find it interesting, they're gonna be more engaged and focus on you. So if you can introduce an argument, introduce a problem to the topic. So after that, you can continue to briefly talk what the topic is about. Second, the data and the details, this is the meat. So this is the factual based portion of the presentation, yeah? Data details use business matrix to deliver the information you want to deliver. If it's a marketing presentation, write about the market research. If it's a financial profit and loss statements, such as. So in the first part, you introduce an argument, okay? And the last part, the conclusion, you give your solution in the business presentation, yeah? So the solution, you can give your personal insights and your recommendations, your opinions, based on the data that you've researched in the second part. So everything is connected, yeah? The problem, you introduce an argument. Second, you give the data details. Conclusion, you give the solution, yeah? So everything's connected, please remember that, and keep everything in a balance, yeah? So lastly, balance of data, pictures, and words, okay? Like I said before, just keep everything in a balance. If it's too much data, it's gonna be boring. If it's too much pictures, it's gonna be not professional. Too many words, people are gonna be tired of reading. So they wanna focus on the speaker, yeah? So keep everything in a balance. Okay. Okay. The next thing is the language of the presentation. Very simple. Business presentation is business English. I like to define business English as the art of persuasion. Maybe Burita mikir kayak gitu juga mungkin ya. Because business English, you have to be polite, you have to be convincing, exact, specific. So in business, it's always a constant persuasion, yeah? So business English, maybe you can consider it as the art of persuasion as well. Be specific yet concise, yeah? When you write down points on your presentation, please keep it simple, please keep it straightforward, yeah? Don't write 20 sentences, 20 words in a sentence. If you can shorten it to only 5 words or 7 words, please do that. Just be specific and be straightforward. The reason why is you don't want your audience to waste time in reading everything on the slides and not focusing on you, yeah? If you're doing a presentation, if you're doing specifically a business presentation, you want the audience to focus on what you're saying, your body language, and how you present. So therefore, write short points, and then using your way of communication, expand on those points, give examples, and just be creative with it. Second, this is a problem that I see a lot for people who are just starting out doing business presentation. Please do not put your speech on the presentation, yeah? Like I said before, if you put your speech on the presentation, it's gonna be a lot of words, and then the audiences are just gonna read everything line by line and not focusing on you. So that takes away your moment. That takes away the speaker's moment. So please do not put your speech on the presentation, because if you put your speech on the presentation, you're going to be more inclined to read from the slides. So we don't want that. Just take a glance on your slides, just read it quickly and then just expand, freely. Don't read your whole speech on the presentation. Sentences should be short, which the speaker should elaborate on. And please have clear pronunciations. You can have a lot of exercises when you're doing preparation for your presentation, such as tongue twisters, if you've ever heard of tongue twisters. Also, second part is, if you have any knowledge on some business jargons, that would be very useful. It's not necessary, but it's a very big advantage, because if your aim is to work in a multinational company or work abroad, I mean, you're gonna hear it a few times in your working environment. And please use business English diction, short, concise, specific words. And if you know any business jargons, you can put that in your presentation as well. Okay, next slide. So these are the business jargons that I've been saying before. These are just some examples that you can use. You know, we use specific words in business. Maybe, like I said, it's the art of persuasion. So if you use these words, you're gonna be looking 10 times more professional. So, you know, if you have time, please take the effort to just memorize a few, and then you can, you know, integrate it in your speech when you're doing your business presentation. So you have synergize, meaning work together, utilize, use. And I think most of you know about thinking of outside the box, think differently, yeah? And I reckon all of you know the last one, which is viral, quickly, and widely spread. Mungkin anak-anak TikTok tahu ya, viral pasti tiap hari. Ada sesuatu aja yang viral. So yeah, you can use these words in your business presentation as well. So I want to give you some tips and skills for getting positive feedback on your presentation. So if you can, please start strong. Give a very confident introduction, because if you start strong, it's a very good first impression, you know? It's comparable, you know, if you're going on a date, you meet someone for the first time, you want to give a good first impression. It's the same as business, you know? You're engaging with the audience for the first time, start strong, give a first impression, be creative. Moving on, it's eye contact. Like I said before, the slides are only 10% of your presentation. The rest are your body language, the way you communicate, your persuasiveness. All these things come from you, yeah, not the slides. So the slides is secondary. The way you speak, the way you communicate to the audience, the way you interact with the audience is the main objective. So please keep a balanced eye contact with the audience. Don't focus on giving eye contact to just one person for the presentation, okay? That's not good. So keep a balance of eye contact with your audience. Viewer engagement, you know, you can ask your audiences to give a contribution, to ask them questions, you know, keep them engaged, because if you keep them engaged, they're going to be more focused and more interested in your presentation. Okay, precise diction is the same as using business English. Business English uses very specific words. So it's going to make you look more professional. Preparation and practice. Okay, so if you're not familiar in preparing a business presentation, I would highly suggest that you take time to prepare and practice, if you can, every day. You know, if you're going to use business presentations a lot in the future, you can start doing practice every day. Preparation and practice is 110%. Yeah, I still do it, you know, until today, because it's a very critical process in giving the best business presentation that you can. Body language, like I said before, it's the way the audiences are going to look at you when you're presenting your slides, okay? So don't be nervous, just be confident. Don't put your hands in your pockets, yeah? And don't do this, you know, be expressive with your hands, body language, so people are going to see that, yeah? So, because if you put it like this, it's going to be, it's not really positive for the audiences, yeah? So be expressive. And the last one, and I think this is the most important, be yourself and be confident. Because a lot of speakers, a lot of business speakers, they have their own way of presenting. And each of them has their own characteristics, and each of them has their own style. You know, Elon Musk talks in a different way, and then Bill Gates talk in another way. So, you know, try to find your unique points, talk in your own character, and just go at it, you know, be confident, yeah? And I think part of the preparation is going to make you more confident. If you do like business presentations a lot in the future, it's going to be like a regular thing, and straight away you're going to be more confident as a standard practice. Yeah. So I want to give you some exercises from the things that I've said before. Let's start with the planning and presentation. Okay. Pick the topic. Justin Bieber is number one. Anyone going to the Justin Bieber concert? No? Anyone likes Justin Bieber? I guess not. Okay. So topic is Justin Bieber is number one. Okay. So you're planning your slides. You have three different sections, yeah? Section 1, Section 2, Section 3. Introduction, the data and details, and then the conclusion. So by looking at this planning stage of a presentation, what do you think it's wrong? Can anyone explain to me the wrong points in this presentation, in this planning stage?
Maybe in the profile of GB.
Sorry?
Profile about GB. Justin Bieber profile.
Profile. Yeah, sorry. So anyone wants to take another guess? So you said the profile, yeah? So remember, there's three sections. There's the introduction, there's the data, and then there's a conclusion. So anyone can tell me another mistake from looking at this planning stage? You can raise your hand. You know, it's don't be shy. Section 2. Okay. Okay, Bu Bintang, yeah, section 2. So in section 2, it says, write a long explanation on the slides. Okay, so that's the last thing that you want to do. Just keep your slides short, keep your points short and specific, and then just elaborate when you talk, yeah? Does anyone notice a mistake in section 3? Maybe someone can take a guess? Sepertinya pada pemalu ya. So very quiet, why? Saturday morning should be energetic. Okay, if you look at section 3, you can look at the points, yeah? There's the JB album sales figures, there's the JB popularity rankings, there's the JB artist awards. So sales figures, jumlah sales, popularity rankings, ranking kepopuleran, artist awards are the awards, accolades, yeah? So if you analyze it, these three are the data, yeah? So where should the data be located? Is it on the third section? Third section is a conclusion. So do you want to put in your data in the third section? No, you put your data in the second section, yeah? So remember the hamburger, the top part is the introduction, the meat is the data, and the last one is the conclusion where you put in your opinions and recommendations, yeah? So is this clear for everyone? Does anyone have any questions for at this point? No? Okay, we can move on. Okay, exercise 2. So these two slides, one on the left and one on the right. Which one looks more better, and can anyone say why? Any guesses? You can write in the chat or you can raise your hand. Okay, number 2. Bu Rica kira-kira kenapa Bu nomor 2 Bu? Mungkin bisa dijelaskan Bu.
Kalau nomor 1 teksnya banyak Pak, capek bacanya sudah. Akhirnya yang hanya baca poin-poinnya saja begitu.
Yeah, betul. So, like I said before, just keep it simple, your points, and then you're gonna elaborate what your points mean, yeah? So, of course, when you do a presentation, you're gonna do a lot of research for your presentation. So you have to know more than the audience when you're giving your presentation concerning your topic, okay? So that's the rule. You have to know more about the topic than your audience. That's how you're supposed to go at a presentation. So short, simple points, specific points, and then just explain it. Okay? Because that way you don't really memorize your speech. Okay? You're just saying your knowledge in its pure form. Okay, so is it clear? Is everyone clear? Okay, so we can do a role play right now. I mean, so is there anyone who's a fan of K-pop? Let me ask. Any K-pop fans here? Bu Bintang, ya. Bu Bintang, do you want to help out?
K-pop, I love BTS.
Okay, so like I said before, if you want to put a presentation, if you can, your introduction, it needs an argument, yeah, to make it more convincing, to make it more interesting. So misalnya topiknya K-pop, you like K-pop ya Bu Bintang?
Yes.
And then your introduction could be why K-pop is better than Western music, or why K-pop is better than Justin Bieber. Okay. So when you're practicing business English, you need to master the skill of persuasion. So Bu Bintang, why do you like K-pop?
Actually, not all K-pop. I only listen to BTS because
Why do you think it's
they
better? Why do you
brought,
think BTS is better than Western music or Justin Bieber?
I think because of the message of the music itself. When I listen to BTS songs, they have a message to all of the listeners, their K-pop fans, they want to stop bullying. They encourage the listeners or their fans to accept themselves and many others message through their music. So they make like some kind of impact to their listeners and the youngsters. Even though I'm not young anymore, but I love to hear their music because they have a great
Okay.
message through their music.
So you think you like K-pop, you like BTS because of the message they're conveying in their songs, yeah? Yeah, but yeah.
True.
Yeah, okay. So that's pretty much the practice that you want when you're preparing for a business presentation. So Bu Bintang, she was trying to convince me that BTS, is good because the messages are the messages conveyed in their music are very supportive of the current trends. So it's the art of persuasion, yeah. So in your spare time, you can have an English buddy and you can trade ideas and persuade each other. And this is all part of the planning process and the practice process of giving a better business presentation. Okay. Does anyone else want to say something about their hobbies or maybe something they like?
Maybe I want to speak.
Yes. What's your name? Sorry.
Fania.
Fania. Okay, Fania. What do you like?
I like Justin Bieber because Justin Bieber been in the music world for a long time and then have some charismatic, and of course, I see he is handsome.
Would you like Justin Bieber more than BTS?
I like Justin Bieber because I'm Asian and I like see about Justin Bieber because not Asia.
Oh, okay. Very good. So what you said was you like Justin Bieber, and then you give the data, you give the meat of the presentation. You gave a statement where he has a lot of awards, yeah? So that's basically what a presentation is, yeah? And then at the end, you gave your conclusion. You gave your reasoning why you like Justin Bieber. So if you look at a business presentation, is a very simple process, but just requires a lot of training and practice. Okay, so does that give you an idea on how to create a business presentation? Is everyone brave enough to give a public speaking demonstration right now? I know you're shy, but can only ask. No? Okay, so the next thing is preparation, yeah? So what I said before is you need to be able to speak clearly when you're giving a presentation. So how do you speak clearly? Well, first of all, you can memorize your words. You can memorize how to pronounce your words, yeah? This practice makes perfect. Another thing that you can do is you can do some simple exercises. One of them is word games. Maybe you've heard of word games before, I'm not sure, but if you pay attention to newscasters, the people who present the news on your TV, you know, they usually have some certain practice before delivering the news. One of them is word games. I'll give you an example of pretty simple English word games. Okay, one of the word games is tongue twisters. Maybe you've heard of these before? Okay, so I saw Susie sitting in a shoe shine shop. Is anyone brave enough to try one of these? Or maybe I have to ask some of you to volunteer. So the motive of using tongue twisters is you're familiar with words that can stumble up your pronunciation, yeah? So it's gonna make you feel more confident when you're presenting, makes you more relaxed, because these are just simple exercises to support you when you're presenting. Is anyone brave enough? No? Bu Rica mau nyoba nggak? Okay, so
Tanya saja Pak Wisnu.
yes, yeah.
Mungkin dipilih Pak Wisnu.
Okay.
Venia, boleh Venia?
Oh iya, Venia.
Saya mau coba ya Bu, nanti kalau salah mohon maaf ya Bu ya.
Boleh.
She sells seals by the seashore. How can I cram in a clean cream can? Ice cream, you scream. We all scream for ice cream. I saw Susie sitting in a Sushi shop. Susie worked in a Sushi shop where she sits, and where she sits, she signs. Fussy Wussy was a bear. Fussy Wussy had no hair. Fussy Wussy was not fussy, was he? Can, I can, ask a canner, can, I can. I have got a date at 7:45. I will see you all the get, so don't be late. You know New York, you need New York. You know you need unique New York. I saw a kitten eating chicken in the kitchen.
Oh, very good. Congratulations. Very good.
Baca semua memang ya Pak?
Gimana?
Harus dibaca semua, nggak pilih satu-satu.
Oh, sebenarnya saya cuma pengen pilih satu, tapi spontan dari Venia baca semua, jadi saya lanjutkan aja. Bagus. That's very good. You know, when you realize when you're reading these, like it's not gonna be perfect on the first try. Karena, you know, the fungsi tongue twisters are words that are similar in pronunciations in a sentence, yeah? So, of course, first of all, you're not gonna get it right the first time, but as practice goes, a lot of practice, you know, you're gonna be more natural when you're speaking. Yeah, so just be diligent when you're preparing, be diligent when you're practicing, yeah? Because practice makes perfect, yeah? Okay, moving on. You can take a picture of this, I don't mind, so you can practice at home. Okay, last part, Q&A. Does anyone have any questions? I can answer them to the best of my ability and based on my experiences. If you have any questions regarding business presentations on how to prepare or how to deliver, I'm more than open to answer your questions. Is that, you can ask in Indonesian as well, if you're not confident enough. Yep.
Wisnu.
Yes.
Pak Wisnu, maybe I would like to add something about the tongue twisters. Maybe if we want to practice the tongue twisters, we can also learn about the pronunciation and then the tone also, the stress. I mean how we can spell it. Like I saw a kitten eating chicken in the kitchen. Perhaps the eating like can be pronounced like kitten and chicken in the kitchen. Maybe you can help the audience or the participants more. How about how we can like put the stress on the word so we can read it more clearly.
So
like this one,
yeah.
like similar but different pronunciation, right?
Yeah. So the rules of tongue twisters is you have to say the sentence in a natural pace. Yeah. For the last one, I saw a kitten eating chicken in the kitchen. So if you don't know how to pronounce words, it's you can use Google or you can use YouTube to look how the correct pronunciation of the words are. I'll just go through some of them with you here.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so the middle part where
what number 7, sir? Number 7, Pak Wisnu.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can you can a can as a canner can a can? So you know, can have,
okay. That's
because,
really tongue twisters.
Yeah, because the thing is, you know, some English words, you have one word, but they can mean two things. Yeah. So that's very present in this case.
Right.
So can is another definition is could. Can you can a can? And the other definition of can is a tin can. Yeah. So like a kaleng sarden, that's a can. So, you know, you have like some words, some one words, but they have different meanings. Can you can a can as a canner can a can? It's very funny when you think about it. Yeah. But I guess you have tongue twisters in Bahasa as well. Yeah. So these are just some simple practices to make you more confident in speaking.
Okay. Okay, we still have like 30 minutes with Bapak Wisnu. We encourage all the participants to ask questions about the presentation of Bapak Wisnu, or perhaps you have a question to Ibu Richa also. We still have 30 minutes before we taking a short break at around 11:30. We will have a 30 minutes break around 11:30 until 12, and then we will continue with the last session with Mr. Nitin Gupta at 12 o'clock. So we encourage all the participants to be more active, asking questions to Ibu Richa and Pak Wisnu, please.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Don't be shy. If you have any questions directed to me or to Buricha, feel free to ask. You can use your raise hand feature, or is there anyone in the chat?
Okay, I will write the chat box. Still no question in the chat box. Okay. You can raise hand also and ask directly to Ibu Richa or Bapak Wisnu. Maybe I will ask a question to Ibu Richa and Bapak Wisnu. Ibu Richa, Pak Wisnu, if we would like to make a business presentation deck for our client, for example, we are part of marketing teams of a nationwide company, and then we would like to introduce our technology and our product. For the product specification, should we put all the information in the slide presentation, or just like the main point, and then we can just simply explain it later on? Because sometimes for if our product is like a machinery, perhaps it has so many specifications. Should we put it in our presentation slide or not? Thank you.
Okay, I'll try to answer Pak Wisnu, but later
I
I
can.
Pak Wisnu to complete the
Yeah.
questions. Yeah. Okay, Bu Bintang. So in that case, because we talk about machinery, usually it has lots of specification, and
Yes.
regarding Pak Wisnu presentation, we need to put we focus on what is the best specification or specification that is needed to know by the customers mostly. Yeah, so we can say we put some major specification on the presentation. The rest we can still do the written communication, for example giving them brochures or perhaps flyers about the product. Yeah, so why we have to give only the major specification on the presentation? Because it also keep the audience focused with the product, that the product has this characteristic. This is what, let's say, has this all characteristic that other product don't have. However, they also need to know there are also some minor characteristics that they can still learn from the written communication. Yeah, for example, like brochure, flyers, and so on and so forth. Pak Wisnu, perhaps you can add
Yeah,
something.
I agree fully with Bu Richa 100% ya. So mungkin bicara dari pengalaman ya, dulu saya juga pernah presentasi suatu produk untuk di bidang manufaktur. Jadi kita juga harus ingat kalau ya masukkan saja poin-poin yang fitur-fitur yang mungkin relevant to the audience ya. Jadi mungkin audiensnya itu lebih fokus ke dalam manufaktur mobil, jadi spesifikasinya tentang what relates to the cars ya. Tapi kita juga harus ingat kalau misalnya dalam presentasi kita juga bisa melakukan aktivitas tambahan. Salah satunya adalah kita membagikan brosur yang Bu Richa sebelumnya bilang. Jadi kita sebarkan the full technical specifications before the presentation untuk setiap peserta, kita fotokopi, and then on the slides we can put in the main features. Nah, saya rasa juga penting juga untuk audience itu mengetahui the full specifications, tapi itu bisa dilihat di lembar di depan mereka. Kenapa penting? Karena saya merasa mereka nanti ngelihat spesifikasi dan mereka akan cocokkan dengan keperluan mereka sendiri. Jadi spesifikasi mana yang cocok dengan mereka, dan mungkin mereka bisa lihat mempertanyakan sesuatu spesifikasi yang mungkin belum diucapkan ke speaker nanti pada seksi Q&A. Jadi itu menurut saya. Dan saya juga setuju dengan apa yang dibilang Bu Richa. Terima kasih.
Baik, terima kasih Ibu Richa dan Pak Wisnu. Jadi nanti bisa menampilkan dalam slide presentation itu main feature-nya seperti itu ya. Jadi informasi-informasi yang utama. Namun untuk informasi tambahan atau detail specification bisa through the brochure yang bisa dibagikan ke audience seperti itu ya Pak ya. Baik, terima kasih. Pertanyaan dari ini banyak mahasiswa juga dari Universitas Wijaya Kusuma. Barangkali ada pertanyaan terkait materi yang sudah disampaikan oleh Ibu Rica dan Pak Wisnu di sini. Nanti saya jadi muridnya Ibu Rica sama Pak Wisnu.
Ya iya dong,
Banyak
masa
tanya
murid
nanti
pada
bosan
malu
daripada
sebenarnya.
saya terus yang nanya. Iya,
Atau
kalau
ini,
saya suka bertanya soalnya daripada sesat di jalan ya Pak.
Tapi
Iya.
sebetulnya kalau menurut saya makin bertanya gitu ya kepada Pak Wisnu. Mungkin kan kalau di sini saya tadi lihat CV-nya Pak Wisnu banyak ya, mungkin di business studies gitu ya Pak ya. Justru yang mungkin paling ditakutkan itu mungkin saat ini Pak. Pertama tuh nervous ya saat kita memulai itu. Ini mungkin mewakili adik-adik mahasiswa gitu ya, nervous gitu ya. Biasanya langsung blank begitu ya kalau nervous kan. Lalu yang kedua saat ditanya tapi kita nggak begitu paham dengan produk yang kita jelaskan gitu kan. Ada ya mungkin kalanya apa? Yang produk knowledge-nya itu kurang ini gitu dan kita harus menjawab pertanyaan audiens. Nah, itu mungkin strateginya. Mungkin Pak Wisnu kayaknya pengalamannya tadi banyak sekali di situ, mungkin bisa share pengalaman mungkin Pak Wisnu.
Oh iya. Jadi
Tips gitu ya Pak. Ya.
iya. Jadi kan sebelumnya Bu Rica bilang ya mungkin orang-orang nervous kali ya kalau misalnya untuk presentasi gimana cara mengatasi. Saya jujur Bu, saya juga tipe orang yang nervous kalau presentasi Bu. Saya jujur aja. Jadi sebelumnya memang saya itu orangnya seperti itu. Tapi karena kan di CV saya yang saya tunjukkan barusan tadi, saya itu bachelor sama master's degree in business studies ya. Jadi otomatis pas saya menjalani edukasi master's degree and also bachelor's itu hampir tiap hari saya itu harus ngelakuin presentasi, business presentation. Ya mungkin Bu Rica juga pengalaman ya di kelas-kelas Bu Rica kan mungkin sering-sering ini ya harus ngelakuin presentasi untuk murid-muridnya ya. Jadi gimana cara mengatasi nervousness ya itu Bu, sebelumnya itu wah saya hampir tiap hari saya presentasi dulu, jadi lama kelamaan itu merasa udah seperti biasa. It's like riding a bike. At first you're nervous, but once you practice in riding a bike, it's easy, bisa kebut-kebutan. Jadi ya seperti itu aja. It takes a big leap at first, but once you get used to it, it's gonna be a breeze, ya. Jadi itu menurut saya tips yang penting lah untuk anak-anak di sini. So don't be nervous, just be confident. And yang penting adalah yang saya bilang sebelumnya juga, you have to know about your topic more than the audience ya. Kalau saya itu tipe orangnya kalau misalnya saya tahu sesuatu topik yang benar-benar saya pahami betul karena saya sudah riset, sudah apa-apa, saya itu justru malah lebih merasa confident gitu. Karena saya merasa bahwa ya saya tahu dari audience, jadi lebih tahu dari audience, dan itu postur yang saya berikan saat saya presentasi. Jadi it brings me more confidence in knowing that I have a lot of information about my topic, and then I can convey my topic to the audience. Tapi juga everything is a learning experience. Jadi mungkin pas di Q&A juga bisa saling sharing gitu. Jadi so we learn from each other as well. And you can also look at a lot of YouTube videos where famous people are giving presentations. Mungkin di sini ada yang ini ya, suka nonton video-video TED Talks atau podcast mungkin sekarang ini kan lagi zaman podcast ya. Jadi kan mungkin ya bisa pelajarin juga the way they talk, because presentation is also about talking. It's majorly about talking. So gimana cara kita ngobrol, gimana cara kita present in a way that's natural, ya. So itu saran dari saya sih, kalau perihal seperti itu. Tadi keduanya apa ya Bu? Maaf.
Ini
pertanyaan Ibu Rica tadi.
Minim product knowledge dan harus kita presentasi memperkenalkan produk itu.
Oke. Jadi minim product knowledge, audiensnya kurang terlalu paham tentang produk yang mau presentasikan. Nah itu buat saya pas saya melakukan seperti itu, ya yang seperti saya bilang dalam presentasi sebelumnya, itu harus just keep it simple, keep it concise, because you have to target your audience based on your topic ya. Jadi misalnya misalnya audience itu belum paham betul tentang topik yang Anda berikan, yaitu tugas speakernya gimana cara present your presentation in its simplest form gitu loh. Jadi ya part of business English ya seperti itu. Just like I said before, keep it simple biar semua orang yang di dalam audience itu paham apa yang kamu ini sampaikan ke audience. So it's basically just a matter of skill, which you will learn over time by doing practice, and don't overcomplicate it. Keep everything in a balance. Keep your data in a balance. Keep your words in a balance. And when you finish your presentation, just review all your slides, review your presentation, dan kamu juga harus lihat presentasi kamu kira-kira orang lain paham nggak apa yang kamu mau ini sampaikan. Karena ya Bu Richa kan sebelumnya bilang business communication itu keperluannya biar orang paham gitu. Constantly checking if they understand, because that's part of business. Jadi menurut saya seperti itu, Bu.
Terima kasih,
Pak
Pak
Wisnu.
Wisnu.
Pak Wisnu, ini ada pertanyaan, boleh saya izin untuk membacakan, Bapak? Ada pertanyaan dari Hana Evira. Di sini pertanyaannya, would it be helpful to give handouts before presentation, or it will make the presentation guessable? Jadi
Ini-
lebih baik.
Oke.
Tadi sudah
Bu,
sempat
Bu
dibahas.
Richa atau saya mau jawab atau gimana, Bu?
Boleh bergantian mungkin Bapak.
Oke. Siap.
Kalau ini kayaknya kalau menurut saya ini tergantung stylenya kita aja sih. Jadi kalau saya lebih cenderung saya nggak mau kasih handout saat saya present. Kenapa? Biar merhatiin apa yang saya omongin. Tapi kalau saya kasih handout sebelum saya present, mereka nggak akan dengerin penjelasan saya. Karena dengan membaca sendiri mereka lebih paham. Nah, itu sih, tapi tiap orang mungkin bisa beda-beda ya. Itu maka saya sampaikan stylenya orang bisa berbeda. Itu kalau saya, mungkin Pak Wisnu punya yang lain.
Kalau ini maksudnya handouts of the slides ya? Maksudnya
Ya.
itu? Oh, saya
Seperti
nggak
begitu.
bakal berikan sih kalau misalnya itu. Ya, saya juga sama, Bu. Jadi kalau misalnya dari pengalaman saya juga nggak pernah ngasih handouts of the slides ya. Tapi memang kadang saya ngasih informasi dan spesifikasi. Jadi kalau misalnya suatu produk kan spesifikasi itu pasti kalau produknya complicated itu banyak sekali, apalagi technical products ya. Jadi saya itu usually give out mungkin ya brosur atau complete specifications. Tapi untuk the rest itu ya kamu harus jelaskan kelebihan produk kamu, karena business English and business presentation is the art of persuasion gitu. Nah, apa fungsinya saya berikan handouts untuk spesifikasi? Karena tidak mungkin dalam in a really short time saya nggak mungkin menjelaskan spesifikasi satu persatu. Karena itu it's very redundant. Nanti juga presentasinya jadi boring. Tapi nanti kalau misalnya kamu berikan handouts spesifikasi ke audience, mereka nanti bisa baca sendiri, dan mungkin mereka itu ada pertanyaan mengenai spesifikasi yang kamu belum jelaskan dalam presentasi kamu di ini sesi Q&A nanti. Jadi itu menurut saya.
Baik,
Sama mungkin
terima
kayak
kasih.
pengalaman mengajar begitu ya. Saat saya mengajar, biasanya memang kalau kita di kelas mungkin sama ya dalam arti presentasi begitu ya. Saat mengajar di dalam kelas mungkin mereka sudah punya bukunya. Saat itu belajarnya offline mungkin ya. Tapi saat online, ya kan? Saat online rata-rata saya pengalaman saja, saya tidak bisa meminta mereka membeli buku karena memang sedang susah begitu ya. Nah, akhirnya saya membuat materi dalam bentuk PowerPoint seperti itu. Saya tidak akan share materi PowerPoint itu sebelum saya selesai mengajar. Tapi setelah selesai mengajar, saya baru kirimkan ini untuk ringkasan tadi yang sudah saya ajarkan. Jadi kalau seadanya nih, yang diajarin ini, mereka pasti nggak akan dengerin saya ngomong di Zoom, tapi mereka tidur-tiduran atau audionya dimatikan gitu. Jadi itu yang pertama mungkin style, yang kedua juga kita harus bagaimana kita tetap menjaga audiens itu fokus dengan penjelasan kita, ya mau mendengarkan kita. Itu kan sebenarnya tantangan dari dari presenter.
Betul, betul.
Mau mendengarkan apa yang kita sampaikan, ngerti enggak mereka? Dan kita ngecek dengan pause, berhenti sebentar, paham enggak mereka dengan penjelasan saya? Seperti itu mungkin.
Betul, betul. Saya sangat setuju, Bu. Karena ya sebelumnya saya baca suatu artikel juga yang mengomongkan dengan yang ini fakta yang sama. Slides-nya itu cuma ya 10%. Sisanya the way we communicate, our body language, our persuasion skills, ya itu yang paling penting. Because presentation in an essence is communication, ya. Jadi slides-nya hanya supporting. Jadi mungkin teman-teman di sini yang itu ya yang harus diperhatiin ya. Mungkin nanti kalau misalnya teman-teman di sini mau ngerjain skripsi atau tesis, ya itu pertimbangannya mungkin. Mungkin di sini ada pertanyaan lain nggak? Oke, ini ada nih. Mbak Venia ya.
Dari Venia, in a presentation other than the way the speaker conveys, is there anything else that is important, maybe visually? Mungkin Ibu Rica dan Bapak Wisnu bisa memberikan masukan perihal pertanyaan dari Venia ini dari Universitas Wijaya Kusuma.
Yeah, okay. Is there anything else that is important? Maybe visually, yes, of course. As explained earlier by Pak Wisnu, so you give like graphics, for example, or pictures. So it attracts viewer attention. It's not only text. Yeah, it's not only text, but you give also pictures. It attracts the audience to see your presentation. Other than that, you can give also video. Yeah. Video, and if it talk about data, perhaps graphics. Yeah, and yeah, I think it can be like that.
Yeah.
Pak Wisnu?
Yeah, I fully agree. Like I said before, please keep a balance. Keep your words, your pictures, your data a balance. Ya, seperti yang Bu Rica conveys, saya sangat setuju. Bisa masukin video, bisa masukin charts. If you have, kalau misalnya punya data-data yang bersifat numerical, bisa masukin graph juga. Kalau misalnya di sini ada punya knowledge tentang business matrix, you can use your business matrix format, such as SWOT analysis atau KPIs yang buatkan secara visually pleasing ya, biar nggak monoton lah istilahnya presentasinya.
Jadi lebih menarik gitu ya Pak ya. Jadi
Ya,
visual
betul.
juga one of the most important parts of the presentation nih Pak.
Yes, absolutely.
Ya. Pak, tadi ada pertanyaan dari Bu Rica yang saya ingin make sure lagi ke Pak Wisnu yang terkait how about if the kalau kita yang dalam hal memberikan presentasi, seandainya ada audiensnya itu yang more expert than us, for example, if we join the company for recently and we are still catching up or studying about the product knowledge itself. Jadi kalau misalnya kita doing presentation, lalu ada pertanyaan yang ternyata kita belum paham benar gitu tentang how to explain it to the audience saat pertanyaan sesi Q&A seperti itu. Mungkin Bapak ada tips gitu ketika ternyata kita ditanya sesuatu hal nih, kita pada udah prepare tapi ternyata memang mungkin karena kita baru berkecimpung di bidang tersebut, masih proses belajar juga, kita belum bisa memberikan jawaban yang diharapkan oleh audience. How we can express it so politely or in a way maybe you have tips Pak.
Ya, apa yang saya sebutkan sebelumnya mengenai you need to do a lot of research to make you feel like you know the most in the room when you're doing presentation. Itu maksudnya adalah to give you a confidence boost ya. Jadi when you're starting the presentation, it's going to give you a confidence boost if you have that kind of mentality. But keep in mind, of course, there's always going to be people who knows more than you. Jadi when it's time to get to the Q&A, if someone is more knowledgeable about the topic, you know, just keep a really open mind. If you don't understand the answer to the question or to the statements that they're giving, you know, it's okay to say I don't know gitu. Kayak maksudnya, tapi yang penting adalah kita itu mau belajar. Because in business it's an exchange of information, yeah? And don't think of it, don't be shy. I mean, you know, it's part of life. And right now, you know, I realize a lot of people are smarter than me. So I try to ask for their advice on how I can improve a certain thing. So just be open with people's answers. If you feel their answer is accurate, you know, you can just write it down and use it for your next presentation. So yeah, just keep an open mind.
The key is stay calm and confident ya Pak ya.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Stay calm and confident, you know. Don't be defensive, yeah. Don't be like this. So yeah, body language is also important. Stay calm, be natural. Oke, mungkin kalau misalnya pertanyaannya sudah dijawab, ini ada lagi atau tidak ya? Oke, mungkin kalau tidak ada pertanyaan lagi, bisa break mungkin ya, Mbak Bintang?
Ya. Ya, kita ada break 30 menit. Nah, sebelum itu saya persilahkan ada last question. We still have like several minutes, tapi apakah kalau sudah tidak ada pertanyaan kita boleh break sekarang. Nanti diminta untuk kembali before 12 o'clock karena sesi berikutnya nanti akan dibawakan langsung oleh Mr. Nitin Gupta, CEO Rivguru International. Untuk itu kami persilahkan kepada sahabat Rivguru, partisipan dari Business English Workshop kali ini untuk bisa istirahat, sholat, makan siang. Ibu Rica dan Pak Wisnu juga kami ucapkan banyak terima kasih. Pertanyaan yang telah dilontarkan sudah terjawab dengan baik juga. Terima kasih audiens yang sudah hadir. Jangan lupa kembali di pukul 12 kurang 5 menit. Terima kasih.